Er ist Vorstand der LGBT Aserbaidschan und Gründer der Refugees for Pride, einer Organisation für queere Flüchtlinge. Die haben 3 Dinge vor allen Dingen formuliert: Komm vorbei, bring deine Flagge mit und sei die Stimme deiner Nation. Es geht dabei um eine politische Kampagne von Flüchtlingen, nicht über Flüchtlinge.
My name is Javid. I'm from Azerbaijan, but unfortunately, let's say for me, unfortunately now I'm in Germany. Why? Because I became in Azerbaijan first, and unfortunately, at least last, the openly gay political activist in Azerbaijan, and that's why I got trouble with the government mostly, and that's why I'm now in Germany about 17 months. Before coming to Germany, I had an aim, because if I will stay in Azerbaijan, I will be gonna to be in the prison about minimum 7 years, and I decided to leave, escape from country, and to continue fight for my country from the outside the country. But when I arrived to Germany, I opened for me new topic, and I thought maybe in the Europe, as we know from the media or TV, in the Europe LGBT people have more freedom, equality, and so on. But I saw that it's not like this. As minimum, you know, I don't want to talk about this, that which kind of LGBT refugees facing problems. You know the best, and that's why we created this campaign. And the name of the campaign is Queer Refugees for Pride. Why we created this? Because yeah, thanks to local people and local organizations which standing for us, talking about our situation and so on. But as a refugee, as a queer refugee, we also should stand for our rights, and we should also become the place and to talk about our rights and to share with people our opinion too, because no one asking us what you need. Actually, most of the people just coming and saying, for you it's okay, for you it's best, and so on. But these people haven't any migration background. And we know the best the situation, and we know the best what we need. And that's why we created this campaign, and the good side is that the other refugees also became as activists. For example, in the Cologne, Ibrahim Moqdad, he also organized here initiative group, the Sofra Cologne. I'm going to talk about the top 5 topics which for now, right now, is more important for us. You can see this, and I'm going to now to more explain about these topics. First, the participation in systems. Why it's important? For us, it's difficult, really difficult to find a space to talk about our situation and what we need. Yeah, there is one opportunity, and one of the best opportunities is CSTs. We can go there with our slogans, with our banners, with our message to this society, and to show them what we need. Next, this is a new topic for us, but we think that this is really important. Stop the heteronormativity in integration materials. Why? Let's say I have from my own this practice. I will show you some photos. I made this from my own book. All the books, they based on the, let's say, heteronormatives. What the aim of the integration course is to learn this society, to learn the values of this society. And it will be better to include these things also. I want to also see, for example, some men looking for men, or Christina will seinen Mann, not the Frau, nicht bei der Arbeitsstelle, for example. Or another kind of things, just to include these integration materials, something about diversity. And after this, if this person will see somebody somebody in the street, or if this person will hear that, there's two couples, man and man, or the woman and woman, and then for him or for her, this will be not new. And this person will also see that in the Germany, in this society, already diversity exists, and respect to this diversity exists. Yeah, queer rights in country of origin. We created this campaign to show about our situation in Germany, also to promote the situation in our homeland, because here the local people, they are not well informed what's going on, let's say in Azerbaijan, in Georgia, or in Bangladesh, or in Pakistan. By this participation in the CSDs, we can also show the society how the situation in our homeland. Also, not just to participate in CSDs, we're planning by time to make demonstrations in front of the embassies in the Berlin, which these countries has problem with LGBT rights. Just to push this and to send this message to this embassy and to government too. Why? Germany, Deutschland, gives millions to some around the world. Let's say 70 million to Bangladesh, 60 million to Afghanistan, I don't know, yeah? So, we should already ask the German government also, hey, you're giving this money, and then also you can a tool to press to this government. We're giving this money to you to increase the human rights or democracy and so on, but we want to see the feedback. And that's why we think that to make a pressure to the government, also it's important. Of course, for this we need to cooperate with political parties, which has direct influence on this way. Increase the awareness of refugees. The question, which refugees? Not LGBT people. We are victims. We were victims in our homeland, but still we also victim here too. It's a reality that we are facing violence, different kind of violence in the refugee camps or houses and so on. But these people also victim, which making this violence. We cannot totally 100% blame them, because they are victim of an education system, dictatorship country, also society values, culture, religion, and so on. That's why we need to focus on with increased awareness of the other refugees too. And the local organizations, LGBT organizations, for now they just focus with LGBT refugees, but it will be really nice to focus with, to other refugees too, with, I don't know, some flyers, info materials about diversity and so on. Why? Because now we are refugees, they are also. And for future, they will really be part of this society, the German society. So, that's why it's important to start to work with them too, because you already, during the 20 year, 15 year, you got a lot of things in this society. Of course, it's not perfect, but you got something. If these people also will not integrate, then you will have the same problem again. That's why it's important to work with other refugees too, just not to be focused with LGBT refugees. Let's try to focus with other refugees too. And last one, asylum law and LGBT asylum seekers. This is one of the main problems as a personal problems, let's say, as a group. Let's say it's like this. In the German law, we are part of under the social group. We are not divided from them. We are included in this group, and unfortunately we have a problem with decision makers or with the courts. Why? If you have, we can divide LGBT refugees two groups. One of them, they have already, they experienced violence in their homeland. They have a fact to prove. But there is another group which they didn't face with any violence, but they came to have a peace, to be safe, but unfortunately the decision makers in the BAM or after the BAM, the courts, they are saying that, come on, you could live there, keeping it secret, then you can continue to live like this. But there is an international law, international documents, which says this is unacceptable. You cannot say, for example, in this principle says, which accepted in 2017 on March, there's a long thing but says, you have right to say that you can live by keeping in secret, because this person may face with a violence. Okay, for now, this person didn't face any violence, but who knows about the future, because LGBT rights in this country is really bad, and so when you will send back, this person can face with violence, and this document says decision makers in every country, they haven't right, of course they haven't right to use this argument. This is Jokatra principle, and also there is another international document, guidelines of the United Nations or the European Union about this topic. And the main powerful document is a United Nations guidance. Its number is 9. The document says again, decision makers hasn't right to send back the person which didn't face violence in his homeland. One person coming from the Morocco, he didn't face any violence, yeah? But you haven't right to say. That's why we need to make the pressure to BAM about this law, about this asylum law, and about this law which related with LGBT people, to make change. So, just last thing, for LGBT community in Germany, please keep fighting in this society, because if you will fight and if you will get any results, freedom, equality, and it's like related to us too, because as I said in the beginning, we're gonna be part of this society, and if you will not keep fighting, in the end, we will also be victim of this homophobia and homophobia. So thank you for attention.